Good day, I'm Connie Anthony, and welcome to another episode of Making a Difference, where together we continue to learn about businesses, organizations, and the people in our communities that are changing their world. Dr. Jonas Salk said, "I feel that the greatest reward for doing is the opportunity to do more." Here are a couple of organizations that are doing more for their community.
Thank you, Connie. And today we are not only going to take a look at an organization that's making a difference, but a person that's making a difference. Taryn Tumbleson. Taryn, welcome to Making a Difference.
Thank you.
We're excited about having you on today, and I know you do a lot of things in the community and are a very, very active person. I made a couple notes about what we already know. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. A junior at Martin County High School, active in volleyball, basketball, track, and field. She plays for the Minnesota Star basketball program based out of the Twin Cities, active in band as a section leader, jazz band, FFA, student council, the president of SAD, and 4-H. She is a tutor, lifeguard, youth group leader. You know, wow, that's a lot to do. And I also know you do a lot of incredible things beyond that. So you're a very busy person.
Yes, very busy.
Now tell us a little bit about Operation Christmas Child. What is that?
Operation Christmas Child is a Christian mission project started by Samaritan's Purse and led by Franklin Graham.
How did you get started? How did you get involved?
I got involved by a family friend had told us about it, and my family started packing when I was 4 years old.
Now, when you say packing, what exactly are you packing?
In the shoeboxes, all you need is a simple shoebox gift, and in the gift you have multiple small gifts, and you also need the desire to spread God's love.
Okay. Where do they send them, or what do you do with them?
The boxes are collected at relay centers and then sent to collection centers, and from there sent to processing centers, where there are 7 processing centers in the United States. So we're very lucky to have one in Minneapolis, and from there they're shipped out to poverty-stricken children around the world. And along with these shoebox gifts, the children also are getting gospel lessons.
Really?
Yes, and that's where they're taught about Jesus.
And you have been doing this yourself since you were how old?
I've just been packing shoeboxes since I was 4 years old.
Oh, just since you're 4?
Just since I was 4.
So you're just kind of getting started.
Yes, right.
It's incredible.
Yep.
We know your involvement in this program is not just local, but does involve some other types of things. Explain that to us and how that works.
Right, so when I started packing shoeboxes at age 4, since then I've been becoming more involved. In 2008, my local church became a relay center for Operation Christmas Child, where we collect boxes during the National Collection Week.
Okay.
And my local church, Chimont United Methodist Church, has been collecting boxes every year since 2008 and collects about 900 boxes.
Wow.
And last year we actually collected 1,300.
Holy cow.
So that was a big accomplishment for our church. And so since then, I have been still collecting boxes and spreading the good news of Operation Christmas Child and what it does. And in 2012, I became a co-relay center coordinator with my mom.
Sure. Now, what does that involve as far as your duties with that part of the program?
Being a co-relay center coordinator involves just getting things organized and making sure you have workers for the 7 days of the week that you are open. And so that everything goes well, you organize the boxes into larger boxes to be sent out to the collection center, which we send them out to Worthington. And from there, they go to the Minneapolis Processing Center. So when I was 13 years old, which is the youngest you can be to volunteer there, I volunteered for my first time. And basically at the processing center, you sort and you organize the boxes before they're sent out to the countries.
Sure. What are some of the countries these are sent out to?
Last year, our boxes were sent to Zambia, India, Bangladesh.
Now, taking this a step farther, I understand something else happened and involved you as far as some travel, possibly?
Right. God blessed me with a wonderful opportunity to travel to the Philippines to actually hand deliver these shoebox gifts to the children in the Philippines.
So tell us a little bit about that experience and how long you were there and such.
While I was in the Philippines, we had a Samaritan's Purse youth team there, and that was 18 individuals, where we handed out shoeboxes in various schools and small villages. So while we were there, we distributed boxes to over 2,000 children in 10 locations.
Now, when you talk about the children, how old are these
These
kids?
children, Operation Christmas Child really targets just a certain age group of children, the younger children.
Okay.
So from ages 2 to 14, boys and girls.
With living in southern Minnesota, was there a little bit of culture change in being
Yes.
over there? Tell us
Yes.
a little bit about the biggest differences you saw in their lifestyle and ours, besides possibly the obvious ones.
Well, the people in the Philippines were very caring and very willing to accept anything that you said. They were like, the children were little sponges. They were very intently learning and listening to what we had to say in the gospel lessons and story, and teaching them what the Play-Doh was and not
Sure.
to eat the toothpaste and things like that.
How long were you there?
We were there for 1 week.
Okay. And how big a group went over there with your group?
We had some supervisors that were Samaritan's Purse. Actually, they had jobs with Samaritan's Purse, and then we had the 18 other individuals from ages 16 to 21 from all around the U.S.
Wow, what an experience.
Yes, so
Had to
I was
be.
the only person from Minnesota to
And
go.
what time of year did you go?
We went in the summer of 2013.
Okay, very good. Tell us a little bit about where you see your volunteering in this organization going and what the future looks like.
I think that God is just really using me as a tool and as well as a shoebox to really get out the good news of the Lord Jesus Christ and his love, because these children have never received a gift before, but along with that, they're also receiving God's love.
Well, impressive. Now, before we go, tell us a little bit about what's in these shoe boxes, the types of things and such.
In these shoeboxes are small, various little gifts, anything from hygiene items to school supplies to the stuffed animals. And when the kid just opens up the box, it doesn't matter what's in there, they're just happy to be able to open a gift.
Sure. Well, very, very cool. I'm sure the experience will stay with you forever. Just incredible. And I'm sure it touched your heart. Do you have a story you could share with us, an example of this?
Yes, there are plenty of stories that I could share about the different occurrences where I got to see God at work. But one that I would really like to share was at a distribution at a school called Fortune Elementary School, where a small boy had told us that he would really like a monkey toy.
A monkey toy.
A monkey toy. And he didn't have a clear box or anything. He couldn't see in his box, so he didn't know what was in there. So we did the countdown, the big countdown after the gospel lesson, and he truly just prayed really hard over his box. You could tell he really wanted this monkey toy. So at the end of the countdown, he opened up his box, and you could just see on his face that it was beyond compare. He was filled with pure happiness and thankfulness. And out from his box, he just grasped this monkey toy, this stuffed monkey. And so he went up to the front and he told everybody that God had given him this monkey toy in his shoebox gift, and he was so happy to see it.
That is a great story. And now some of these kids, do you ever plan to visit this part of the country and this world again and see some of these people again?
That would be a great opportunity
Sure.
to go back to the Philippines. I'm not sure if I will. I would love to, but seeing the children for the last time take the last distribution, I knew that this girl that I had spent most of my time with at that distribution, I would never see her again.
Sure.
But it was okay because I knew that God was with her and that God loved her and that she knew that now and that she would be better with God and knowing that God is always there for her.
Very impressive, and this is truly making a difference. Do you have any closing thoughts you'd like to share with us?
I would like to say that whatever God plants in your heart to put in a shoebox that's what you really should put in a shoebox. Whether it's 23 pencils or 2 stuffed animals, that's what God has put on your heart to put in a box. And it doesn't quite matter what's in the box as long as it's appropriate, but the most important thing to put in a box is prayer, because prayer truly gets the box there and gets the mission done. This Operation Christmas Child truly cannot function without the gift of prayer.
Well, thank you for joining us today. This has been very enlightening, very impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, this is truly making a difference. We want to thank you for joining us today. This has been Jeff Rouse for Making a Difference. We'll see you next time.